missed it. As soon as I started studying, they start flying helicopters overhead. Okay. At first, they were flying them, you know, away from the building. Okay, this happened for about half an hour. There were like two that went by, but I can hear them in the distance. But the more I got into studying, now they're flying them directly over my apartment building. So again, you know, this is what they do with the noise campaign to try to take away my focus. Right? This is what like Friday. I mean, Friday was tremendous. You know, from air raid sirens, uh, ambulances sirens, police sirens, fire truck sirens, um, and helicopters and plane constantly flying. The helicopters and plane constantly flying overhead, low flying planes, small airplanes, and helicopters. So I can never get a moment of peace, you know, when I'm studying. And so it makes it hard to, maintain my focus. Last night my upstairs neighbor again banging on the floor because I'm on the remote monitoring. So when like certain words, like like I said, like anything that has like by, if I'm reading something and it was like a bicycle or something, the words the bicycle, it would be a knock, um, or the word by itself would be a knock. And then they start with the engine revving. It's a motorcycle passing by, engine revving. Yeah, and also X, like, and recently they've been messing with the Xbox app on my phone. Um, my Xbox app on my phone constantly opening. Um, what else? Yesterday, right, when my sister came home, because I have the video that I put up early Saturday morning. So when I woke up yesterday, when she was coming home, all of a sudden I started hearing all these police sirens. I'm like, okay, what's going on? Yesterday was Saturday, right? I was trying to do some homework done and some studying done, and as soon as right before she came home, saw police sirens. So I because they do this with Pam too. So when they get her to target me, if I go over there, if on my way over there, there'd be like heavy police presence, right? But being that I'm home, I'm in the house, my sister come home, so they do a lot of sirens and every time she walks in the house, before she walks in the house, because they know that they use her to target me. All right, so even today, like I got up, went to go to use the bathroom, what have you. My sister, my niece's daughter, my son's daughter, not my son, my nephew's daughter, my nephew's daughter, my niece's daughter, my sister's daughter, and her. As I'm heading to the bathroom, they're all looking down at my feet. And I'm just like, oh, we're back to this again, right? This is the crazy theme, in the Coercive Persuasion program. They talk about um, the one of the tactics that they use. I'm gonna show you guys. Okay, so this is the website. It's called psychologicalharassment.com. Okay, and it talks about coercive mind control tactics, and I am going to go to tactic 7. All right, so tactic 7, to intimidate a person. And they talk about failure to adopt the approved attitudes, belief, or consequence behavior will lead to severe punishment or dire consequences, such as physical or mental illness, the reappearance of a prior physical illness, drug dependence, economic collapse, social failure, divorce, disintegration, failure to find a mate, etc. Okay, and it says these tactics of psychological force are applied to such a severe degree that the individual's capacity to make informed or free choice becomes inhibited. The victims become right. The victim become unable to make the normal, wise, or balanced decision which they most likely or normally would have made had they not been unknowingly manipulated by these coordinated technical process. So again, you know, they always try to use the crazy theme, right? Because what it is that they think that I have, isolated, try to get you into an isolated mindset where you isolate yourself from society, all right? And so this is one of the things and the tactics that they use. So, for example, when and again, because I'm being surveilled, right? And a lot of people may say, okay, he's crazy, or these people are crazy. Well, I'll tell you one thing, okay? If STI is crazy, then the people who call themselves sane, they're more crazier. Because you know why? Because the truth is staring them in their face and they ignore it. Okay? And when you do that, then you're ignorant. Okay? When you do that, you are ignorant. And these so-called sane people, they're the ignorant ones because they ignore the truth. Right? And that in itself is crazy. That in itself is a mental illness. Okay? So, as TIs, don't let them try to label you or put you in some box. Understand that because you understand the truth and you're speaking out, you're speaking out, telling the truth, and you're exposing the lie, and they want to call you crazy for that, then let them. Because the truth is, they're the crazy ones, not us. Okay? I mean, a lot of us have been manipulated in ways that another helicopter again. All right, another helicopter again. This is what within 6 or 7 minutes. Another helicopter. Now, this is going to be happening as long as I continue to study. This is what's going to be happening. This is what they're going to do. Okay. So, anyway, just want to put that out there so that people know and understand exactly what's going on. All right. Because they'll always try to, when shit doesn't work out on their end, then they'll try to use different themes, right? They always have these themes that they have that they try to create, right? So mental illness, drug dependence, economic collapse, social failure. If you're married, divorce, now you hear the police sirens, disintegration, and fail to find a mate. Also, they don't want me into any sort of activism. But again, I already know that these are individual with the dark triad personality type, the Machiavellian personality type in particular, and so they see people protesting, civil rights activists, leaders as a threat, right? Because they want to continue to violate the rights of human beings and do whatever it is that they want. Okay, and so anytime I'm thinking about getting into any sort of activism, not that because I very, I got a lot going on. Okay, but still, even online, they don't want you to engage in any sort of activism online and stuff like that. And so they'll try to threaten you, just as how you hear the police sirens, right? So the police and the ambulances are always used as intimidation, as threats. Okay, so the ambulance is threats, bodily harm, even death. The police, in terms of arrest, incarceration. These are the two main intimidative method and tactic that they use. And I hope you heard that knock from my upstairs neighbor, right? So hopefully, sure. Now you hear the Hunger Game. Listen, the Hunger Game theme. Oh, it sound like it. No, they stopped. They stopped. Anyway, yeah. Oh, I guess not. Also, they keep staring at my unk chain. They keep under symbol. They keep staring at it because they're Christians and they've been heavily brainwashed with European indoctrinated bullshit, and and so they're upset because I choose this, the truth, over their lies, and I will never go back to believing in a lie. Never, ever, ever, no matter what they do. Okay, will never happen. You know that there was a what song was it that goes never ever, never ever ever ever. Yeah, never going back to believing that bullshit. Forget it. I mean, you know the truth, all right? You can't go back to believing in lies because you live a lie. Your life is a lie. All right, you gotta live in the truth, knowing the truth. People will hate you for it, but you know, it's like you gotta I'll put it like this: if people hate you for knowing the truth, understanding the truth, then you're on the right track.